80% of the time we are blaming, complaining, brooding something about either past or the future. विचारों का विचार करिए. What we think is important. L should stand for let go.
How did this journey begin? 43 years, let's go back. That how did this whole story start? How did you come into the field of yoga?
Anytime, anywhere one can do yoga. We must respect our body clock. But if you take a deep breath, you will breathe 5 times more. That means 2,500 ml air you can take. When you put thread as a needle, breathing stops. You click picture, breathing stops. Anything you concentrate, focus, breathing stops. You lift weight, breathing stops. The minute you focus on a breath, even for 2 minutes, your mind, emotions, body, all will calm down. In that 1 minute, you are thoughtless. You have only thought of this. The life funda is live, let live, love, and let go. So I took a break from my studies for 1 year, did 1 year diploma in Lonavala, and that 1 year in the year of 81 changed me completely.
So today I'm interviewing the man himself, my father, Mr. Ravi Dixit, and I think it's honestly something that I was very, very excited about, but also a little nervous about. But finally, I got to do it, and here's the final product that all of you will see. It's his birthday today, which is the 2nd of December, and so this is my sort of tribute and birthday wish to him. Thank you for everything you do, Dad. You're awesome. And yeah, you'll see a side of him, hopefully, that many of you have not in this interview that I had with him. Rare father and son one-on-one conversation. And let me introduce him to all of you. Although I think most of you will know who he is, I want to just give a formal sort of introduction about him. So he has been in the yoga field for about 43 years now, and he came to Mumbai in 1982. He did his course a year prior in yoga, and he came in because he had health problems, but eventually it changed his life, and then he thought, why not change other people's lives through it as well, because of how it impacted him. So he's had a wonderful story. He came from nothing. He lost his parents early, particularly his father. And so he's seen tough times, but he came in from nothing and he became who he is today. And I couldn't be more proud to be his son. He's written 4 books on yoga, New Horizons, edition 1, edition 2, Yoga for Seniors, and Yoga as Therapy. He's been yoga teacher to so many people. He's taught stalwarts like the RBI governor, the governor of Maharashtra. For the last 20 years, he's been teaching that office, the post, and the people that come into that office as well. He's taught various bureaucrats, ministers, politicians, political leaders, and not just that, I think a lot of celebrities. To name a few, I think I can say Juhi Chawla, Gautam Kapoor, and there's so many more. So he's really been a stalwart and a veteran of the industry. We've had so much to learn from him. It's because of him that we are in this field ourselves. So, it's hard to put it into words because you can't thank a parent in just some words. Both our parents have been great and we sincerely love them. And so, since it's my father's birthday and he is apparently a senior citizen, this is my tribute to him, and I'm really, really glad I got to do this with him. I'm thankful that I got this time with him. I think tributes are often given when people go away, but why wait till they go away? Why not do it while they're with you? And so I think this was my effort in doing that, and I hope you enjoy my heart-to-heart conversation with my father, and I'll let you guys just dive right into it. Thank you. Enjoy. Hello everyone, to everyone who's watching. It feels very funny to have a on-camera and formal conversation with my dad because this is the first time. But to all of you who are watching, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. I am interviewing my dearest father today. And it is his birthday very soon. So I thought, why not have a interview, understand and know my dad in a way that many people probably don't. And I wanted to put out his story because he spent 43 years in one career, in one place. And so I thought, why not bring out his story, have a fun conversation with him, and enjoy this time together. So I've made a certain list of questions. Like I said, it feels funny to be formal, but I would like to dive right in. So firstly, welcome to this interview. And let me start by saying happy birthday in advance. because it's very, very soon and you have done so much. You've had a career that has spanned over 43 years. So, firstly, I want to thank you for everything you've done for us because you've been in the line of yoga for 43 years. Therefore, Anvita and me, my sister and I, have been together in this field. And yeah, let me start by asking you, after 43 years, how do you feel today in this field?
Thank you, Anvay, so much for arranging this, putting all these questions, saying some good words about me. I have done best as a father anyone can do. But I must say that I am equally more proud of you and love you and honor you from bottom of my heart. And it's like a great to have you as son who is wonderful. I guess all the parents should have a son like you.
Thank
Okay,
you.
what's your question? Your question
Fire
is
up. Yeah.
question is
Question is, how are you feeling today after 43 years, after everything you've done, everything you've seen? How do you feel today?
okay. I think everything happens for the reason. I strongly believe in Gita Sar. Bhagavad Gita has all the good sayings in it. Whatever happens happens for some good reason, something for betterment, and I strongly believe in that. Uh, I did my best for 43 years. I'll continue doing my best for next maybe 43 years more. But I think I had a great time, and I was always learning, giving my best, learning from you, learning from Anvita, learning from Anu and Manju and everybody else. So I have been, I think, learning, teaching, of course, yoga, but I have been more of a learner, and therefore 43 years have been great fun. I had no dull moment. I had no real issues with anything. I just used to flow with the things. I carried on whatever duties I had. I mostly lived in present moments, did what is now, not the past or the future. So I guess 43 years have been great, and these 43 years have taught me a lot. How to be practical, how to understand people, human psychology, their needs, their problems. Mostly everybody used to come to me with, I must say this again, some blame, complain, problem, demand, expectation, all these issues. So unless we win over our emotions and mind, it is difficult to be happy. So I think these 43 years have taught me mainly work on your mind, work on your emotions equally, beside working on physical body. People focus mostly on physical body, but they should focus on emotional and mental as well. So 43 years have taught me how to enjoy further, how to carry on good work, and never have any regrets, any kind of issue with in the mind which keeps you bogged down. So whatever is there in the mind, just be with it and flow with it. Otherwise, you have stress for no reason. So nothing really bothered me, or if anything bothered me, I just had to bless the person, uh, let go, leave it, and love it. So generally, the life funda is live, let live, love, and let go. And of course, smile, which is laughter.
So, for people who don't know, this is my dad's mantra to everything. He tells everybody that you must always smile, even during your yoga practice. So that's one thing we've learned and picked up from him, and we really try to imbibe it in everything we do. And I also think that one thing he's always told us as his kids, because he, I think, tends to be a very good guide to many people. And we are lucky, obviously, because we get to have him 24/7. So he always told us that what happens for you is good, or what you plan is good, but what is planned for you is even better. So what maybe God has planned for us is always better. And clearly, you can see his outlook to life has been that way throughout. And so it's so amazing that someone has dedicated themselves for 43 years to one thing. So I want to know, and rather maybe I already know, but for the people, I want to ask you, how did this journey begin? 43 years, let's go back. That how did this whole story start? How did you come into the field of yoga?
All right. I think this, I must say again, I used to play a lot. I was very sports person, play all day outdoor games, in the evening play indoor games. and had no knowledge of nutrition and good health and good care, but playing and trying to win all the time. So because of those, growing height, growing body in my teens, I had a lot of weakness, a lot of immunity issues, falling sick, uh, kind of asthma, bronchitis. But I used to play a lot and not really sleep enough or eat right kind of food or more nutrition food. So at the age of 18, I became quite ill. I could not study, could not do much. So I thought, okay, this is now too much. So I was suggested that okay, do 1 year, break or some course in yoga, and you should be fine. So I took a break from my studies for 1 year, did 1 year diploma in Lonavala, and that 1 year in the year of 81 changed me completely. My physical, mental, emotional, all kinds of health completely vanished. All the issues completely vanished. I got completely, new personality, mentally, physically, emotionally. For example, I tell you, when we were eating in that 1 year ashram, food was very simple and bland. I used to literally not like it because I was pampered at home. But their food was very simple, although healthy. So I used to get up immediately, like after tasting it. And then finally, when the course got over, at the end of the course, nearly after, 8, 10 months, I love that food so much. I used to be the one who got up last. So imagine the person in the beginning got up first by only tasting it, but at the end of the course, during the end of the year, I was the one got up last and enjoyed the food a lot. So I must say that when you practice yoga every day, live yogic lifestyle, it's not just 1 hour of practice. Following the 23 hours in a healthy yogic manner, it really helps you. So yoga is not just practicing asanas, doing 1 hour of workout or something, but living those yogic principles, and that really helps you. So I came to this field because I myself got a huge benefit. I was a new person, I would say better person. So I thought I must continue this line. It has helped me physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. So I took up a job as a yoga teacher in 81. And since then, I'm teaching yoga so far.
Non-stop.
Yeah.
And one thing I can tell you about especially the diet part, because the food that they ate obviously was very sattvic, even probably more sattvic than what you see as sattvic food in restaurants today, because it was very bland, plain, and something that uh, you may not eat in the city life. You tend to eat that food only when you're in a certain kind of lifestyle. But it was so nice because you can hear from him, as he said, that he loved it so much that we inculcated that at home, and because of him we've been eating that kind of food for our whole life, and for us it's our normal. So we eat multigrain roti every day, we eat light simple sabzi vegetables every day, we eat brown rice instead of white rice. So our food habits have become like that because of him, because he started at that time. So that's something we are
Yeah.
very thankful for, because from day
And
one.
sprouts as well.
And sprouts. Sprouts is something that we've always been told that you should eat. You soak. I mean, I'll let you explain actually.
Yeah.
How should sprouts be eaten? What is the right way?
Any seed you eat should be sprouted, because seed when grows after sprouting, it is giving best nutrient to the plant to grow, and that seed which has some quarter inch or so, half inch of the sprouting, after that if you eat, it has maximum nutrients, great value, pure energy, all minerals, vitamins, everything it has. So I think one must have everyday sprouts. If they don't suit you raw, please have them steamed or maybe boiled, or as you want. But I prefer raw. I enjoy them. I love them. I have all those sprouts, moong, matki, any nut, any seed, I guess. Any seed you sprout. And it has a fantastic effect. It has a lot of fiber, no constipation, no health issues, energy, you feel good, pure energy. So those who are not having sprouts, ensure you have sprouts.
So, what's the reason to eat sprouts? Like, why should one have sprouts? What is why is it so healthy?
It has pure energy, maximum nutrients, minerals, vitamins, and fiber. See, our health needs fiber. We need fiber. So refined things should be minimized. Ensure we have a lot of fiber.
Yeah. So yeah, that's something we've kind of because when we were younger, we were always, encouraged to eat sprouts and everything. So we used to have sprouts in a bowl. Sometimes just for flavor, we would squeeze one lemon and maybe add slight little bit salt. It would become a little tasteful also. And I remember my sister and I would often have that when we were younger, just one bowl of sprouts, and used to feel fully energized. And because we were small that time, we used to also go out to play. So that used to fill us
Yeah.
up with energy.
And I must add, variety is key here. Don't have only one kind of sprout. Only moong is not enough. Have all matki, peanuts, gram, chana, all soya, all those millets. Everything can be sprouted. So have variety. Have kind of various mix bowl of sprouts and salads and fruits.
Yeah, I think that's some top-notch health advice in between through our interview. And now, continuing with your story, I want to bring you back to when you finished your course and you came to Bombay, Mumbai. Actually, that's the right way to say it. But for the sake of the words I want to use now, my father is from a town in Gwalior city or district called Banmor. So, Banmor to Bombay, what was your journey like? Because you came from a very different place and then you came to a big city like Mumbai. So how was that transition change? And yeah, how did it start in Mumbai?
Uh, as I said earlier, and always I say that we plan our best. But what is planned for us is better. So I didn't really plan this. It happened because I wasn't keeping fit and I wasn't keeping really healthy. So I came from Banmore village to Bombay, but whole journey has been fantastic. I enjoyed being in the village. I used to really love every area, friends, fields, whatever lifestyle people have there. I used to those days. I used to even have the, brush my teeth with the neem stick,
Oh,
which is rare now here. So I had great time over there. Be with the nature. Sometimes sleep under the trees. Sometimes play with all kinds of birds, animals. I used to have kind of small zoo in my house. I loved pets and animals. I had many dogs, rabbits, parrots, birds, and you name it. All those animals and birds I used to have there. I loved them, pigeons, and they were so wonderful to be with them. Unconditional love that these animals and parents, these birds give you, which is nowadays rare. So I had great time in village, and from there I came with only just one bag, few clothes, and I'm enjoying Bombay around Mumbai as well. And this has done, I think, better obviously, but this has taught me one thing, which is like how to adjust, how to flow, how to live in any condition. I have no issue with sleep, food, or anything, eating or sleeping, whatever you say. So whether you are in a village or in a big city, you should be able to adopt. And we humans are supposed to adopt. We are supposed to just accept and adopt the things, with beside just finding mistakes and faults and blame, complain, demand, expectation, so on. So I think I just accepted it, enjoyed it, and I said, let's flow. So I was flowing with it, whether Banmore or Bombay, now Mumbai. Initially, I had hardly any friends, but slowly became uh, friends with many people in Mumbai, and loving it, enjoying it, and I think Mumbai is the best for everyone.
yeah, that's true. We love Mumbai. We can't imagine living anywhere else. I mean, if life takes us there, then it does, but we love our city. And I just thought while you were speaking, because Bombay is, of course, the old name of Mumbai. So since Banmore is close to Morena, it can also be Morena to Mumbai. So
Yeah, yeah.
just a thought.
And Morena, mind you, is a area of Chambal,
Yeah.
dacoits. I remember those days in 80s, before 80, between 75 and 80, we used to literally guard our village area, colony area on duty in the night uh, from the animals and from these dacoits. And you know all those dacoits from Chambal and Morena. So we had duties, like one person from each family had to keep watch in the night. So I have seen those days. Nothing to complain. It just giving you experience. We loved it. We had a good neighborhood. We had good colony and people were nice. We had fun over there, but different fun.
Yeah, There's a story that maybe you can tell of how once a robber broke into the house.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, we have a big family. I have three brothers, three sisters. So those days, early morning, some noise was coming, and I was very small. I was sleeping that time. My eldest brother woke up, and he thought there is something happening in the window of kitchen. We had a big house, big garden, so he was doubting there is some thief or somebody. So he kept a watch on it, and finally, when they broke in from the window, by the time my other three brothers were ready with the stick and rod and other things, as soon as they broke the window, they pounced on them. They hit them with the rod and stick, and these robbers just ran away. So they had a huge, courage and great presence of mind that without making any noise, kept quiet, allowed them to come in from the window, and then bash them up.
We can't even imagine something like that happening in Mumbai today. But maybe things like this still do happen. But in a way, it's nice because we feel extremely safe and protected with our dad because he's experienced even these kind of things and become very tough skinned. And he's also tried to inculcate that to us to be very thick skinned and strong. So, no, I mean, you should be prepared for all kind of adversity. But still, we are safer in Bombay. So after you came to Mumbai and you kind of transitioned from Morena, Banmor, came here, started settling in, got into your routine of teaching every day. How did life change from a routine perspective? How did it change from a daily health perspective? And yeah, how did work becoming a working professional also? Because not just did you do yoga for your health, you also it was your profession eventually. So how did all of this come together once you came to Mumbai?
Routine was so good because the first session started early morning at 6 a.m. So you have to follow timetable. We slept early before 10 p.m. We had early dinner by 7 p.m. Got up at 5 or so, got fresh, did some self yoga practice, and started teaching from 6 a.m. onward. So that's how the good routine started of sleep. And then morning 6 to literally 10, 4 hours, we were teaching. Then we had some office work. Then afternoon we had rest and break after lunch. That was like, we call it a yogic siesta or yogic sleep. After meals, we were doing that, which I have been always saying.
Yeah.
After meals, one should sleep on the left side for 32 breaths, then turn to right side for 16 breaths, and again go back to left side for 8 breaths. That means left, right, left. If you can't count your breath, then count you few minutes. Say 8 minutes or so on the left side, 4 minutes on the right side, and 2 minutes again on the left side. So we, I think all yogis do this and we love it. Yogic siesta or yogic sleep, yogic nap, or ideally it's called from Ayurveda point of view, Vam Kukshi rather. So that is the thing we were doing. And again, evening we started a routine from 3 p.m. onward, and classes were there from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. Then 7:30 rather actually. That's also routine was great, and we had 8 hours of teaching and at least 2 hours of some office work, clerical work, and admin work. So we had a good routine, and thus, see, anything you do on regular basis, it becomes habit. So for last 40 years or so, 43 years to be precise, I've been following this routine. So imagine my body clock, my own, mind, emotions, everything has got into this routine, which is so good. Sleeping early, getting up early, and enjoying my nap in the afternoon, Bam Kukshi. But yes, I do Vajrasana a lot, and I recommend this to everyone after meals or anytime. Please do Vajrasana, which keeps me without any problem with the stomach or anything with the acidity, acid, and so on. So please do Vajrasana every day. Muslim friends do it 5 times a day. They do namaz and Vajrasana. So please ensure we carry on Vajrasana every day, thrice a day at least, if not twice or so. So my routine had been great from 81 or so.
1981
Yeah.
to 2024 and continuing. So one good thing is when your body clock gets set, because we've seen it with you, that even if we are traveling and we've had a late travel because the flight is late in the night or something, and you reach say at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, still he'll be up at 6 o'clock latest. That is
Yeah.
sometimes even nowadays at
I
4 and
get up
5 o'clock.
before the alarm rings. I have seen this for years. Sometimes we do set alarm. So if the alarm is set at 5 a.m., I'll be up before 5 minutes or 10 minutes. So this has become a natural, body clock or awareness or consciousness or more of a intuition because of yoga.
Maybe the mind and body knows that it is this time because your body clock routine is so proper, then you know that it is this time, so you get out. Versus on the other side, because we're on the topic, people in my age group, sometimes I have also experienced it when I was in school and college. And I know a lot of people my age in their, teens, 20s, they struggle with sleeping on time. They struggle with waking up on time. They struggle with having this proper routine and body clock. So, what is your advice to people like me or people of my age where they are sleeping at 2 a.m., getting up at 10 a.m., and it's messing up their routine and health? So, what's your advice to them?
Uh, we must respect our body clock. If you don't respect your body clock, you will have a lot of issues with your health. As it's like this, we have appointment with our best friend, and if the friend is late, we are upset, right? Same way, our body has a best friend inside. Your liver is your best friend, your kidney, lungs, intestine, they all are your best friend. Where do you live? In this body. So if you don't respect your appointment with the best friend inside the body, you will have problem. You will have stress. Initially, it's a stress. Then it becomes a disease, disorder, disease, pains, aches, problem. So respect your best friend. They are your organs. They are body parts inside you. So please ensure that we follow timetable. We have a good routine. It's a matter of habit. These are the things which anything which you repeat often, you do often, it becomes a habit. So training yourself again and again, reminding yourself the timetable is the key. Since you talked about this, let me say the value of timetable. 24 hours routine we have. From childhood, we are taught the timetable, school timetable, college timetable, meeting timetable, office timetable. So time is something which is very important. So we all must follow timetable. It's nothing uh, difficult, just a matter of practice. Train your mind, remind yourself, be conscious, be aware. And still, if you have difficulty, then start yoga. Yoga will help you to get into your good routine.
Yeah. I think this is a great segue to come to the topic that we all love so much ourselves and feel so passionately about, because everyone has experienced the impact it has had on our lives. And that's why things like managing your time, sleeping on time, uh, eating on time, I mean, all of this together is what keeps you healthy. And we've been fortunate to learn it at an early age, early time. And I want to share one anecdote before I go to the next story, and it's obviously to do with my father. It was when I was in school, and it was 2016, and we were preparing for International Day of Yoga. And I think a day before the big day, which is 21st June, we have all our events. And that 20th June night, the lights happened to go, electricity went. So both my sister and I were finding it difficult to fall asleep because the lights had gone, so no fan, no AC. And in Mumbai, that the weather is not very, um, uh, how do I say it? It's not the most friendly weather. You can make it your friend, but it's humid. It can be hot sometimes. So that night particularly was, and so we were finding it difficult. We didn't know what to do. So we obviously told our dad at that time that what do we do, because we now have a big day tomorrow and now we won't be able to sleep. So he said, Beta, nothing to worry. Nabi, it's not in your hands, no choice. So just do Shavasana. First of all, lie down, close your eyes. Don't think about the lights that are gone because it's not in your control. So first, relax, go into Shavasana. And then second, there's a pranayam practice called Shitali and even Shitkari pranayam, which cools the body. So he told us, do these two pranayam practices. Let yourself relax, be in Shavasana, which we've done with him so many times, Pranadharana, Dehadharana. So he said, go into that zone, do these pranayam practices, and you'll be fine. And then we obviously had to have the big day tomorrow. So we were like, okay, let's respect time and let's genuinely try this and just go to sleep. When we fell asleep, we didn't realize. The next morning, I woke up and I thought that I had the best sleep of my life. Literally, that morning, I woke up and I felt that my sleep was so good because I didn't think about anything. I did my yoga practice also, and somehow my mind was so much at ease that more than days when I have the fan and AC, I fell asleep. So that's the power of yoga. I thought I should share that anecdote. And taking this into our now day-to-day life, that how can yoga now come into day-to-day life? I think many people know that yoga is an ancient practice, it is extremely beneficial, it is holistic, but how does it fit into a common man's daily life? Unfortunately, even today the common man can't inculcate it into his routine or his or her routine. So how does one do that?
Yes, yoga has, ideally speaking, eight steps, eight chapters: yam, niyam, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyan, samadhi. If you remember, we used to have test matches, cricket test matches for 6 days earlier. Then it became 5 days test match. And now we have last, maybe 10 years ago or so, 20 years maybe, one day, 50 overs match. And now last 5 years or so, we have been having more of T20. So time has been reduced for cricket. Same way for yoga, time has been reduced now. Earlier, yogis practice yoga 4 times a day, then twice a day, then once a day in Mumbai. Mumbaikars can't find time because we all have busy schedule. So even in yoga, we can do for 20 minutes. I call it a T20 of yoga. Government of India has also come out with the yoga break at workplace, shorter version of yoga. So instead of taking a coffee break, tea break, you can take yoga break. So in offices, in home, wherever you are, ensure you do at least 5 to 10 minutes of simple breathing practices, moving your all the joints, fingers, toes, shoulders, neck, back, and simply doing some workout for 10 minutes. But 20 minutes of yoga, I think, is very important. So one can, in Mumbai or anywhere in the city, simple practices like working in the fingers and the toes, end of nerves, fingers and toes are the one, they accumulate the toxins when you sit down for a long time. So ensure you are working with the fingers and toes so the energy starts flowing in the body. This is one. Second, your calf muscle, they're shaped like this. If you're keeping your calf muscle active by stretching your feet, being on toes, being on heels, then the blood circulation will be better in the body. I have been asking in my classes for many years how many hearts you have. So people say one, but logically we have three hearts. This heart pumping blood to the whole body. Other two calf muscle shaped like this, they pump blood back to the body. So this flow, this sync, this rhythm in the body is very important. It keeps your blood fairly pure, less toxins in the body, less, in Ayurveda we call arm. So when you are active or your body is active, you have less pains, aches and problem and toxins. For example, the water of river which is flowing, we can drink, but the water which is stagnated, pond or very any area, you will see a lot of germs, insects, and uh, any kind of kide makode, all those things are there. So you ensure that body has a good flow of blood, energy in the body. If you sit down for a long time, you will have issues with the neck pain, back pain. That's the initial sign of the body is telling you to move, to start activities. Pain is the first sign of some discomfort in the body. It's not a disease or major issue, but if you don't address it, if you don't notice it, you have a problem. So initially it's a pain, then becomes a problem and disease and so on. So ensure you are active and your body is reasonably moving. So your question was, what kind of short yoga one can do? We have many videos. One is yoga for body, brain, and beauty, simply for 5 minutes. Like that, there are many videos you can practice. Uh, And yoga is not just like you're doing all the time, 1 hour, typical routine or typical lifestyle, typical rituals. Anytime, anywhere one can do yoga. While driving, you can move your feet, you can face right, left, face up and down, do some breath workout. Normally we breathe around 500 ml air, but if you take a deep breath, you will breathe 5 times more. That means 2,500 ml air you can take. Our lung capacity is to breathe that much. 4.5 liter, you can call it, or you can call it 3,000 ml air at least. So ensure you breathe more every now and then. One of the good uh, point for your health is lung capacity. The minute you have a good lung capacity, means more oxygen. Inhalation is important, but exhalation is more important. So breathe in deeply, fully is good, but breathe out completely is more important. So whenever you do deep breathing or pranayam, ensure you breathe in deeply and breathe out completely and slowly. So breath workout is important. You can do anytime. You give example of Siti Sitkari to sleep. That's very good. Like that, there are many practices one can do anytime. Follow our YouTube, follow our website. You will get those tips.
Yeah, what I will do is I'll link the videos in our description below. So all the videos that you mentioned, people can access directly. And you'll also have it on the top right corner of the video as well. So you can click on it. Our yoga on chair, yoga break at workplace, and also the yoga for body, brain, and beauty, which is, by the way, his concept. We've practiced it for a long time. And let me tell you, actually, my father, I don't want to say his age, but one looks at him and no one can tell. Every person that sees him says he's bright and glowing, and it is genuinely the glow of a yoga practice or a yoga practitioner, because people do not have that same glow, excitement, because they're going through a tough and stressful life. But if you have yoga in your life, then you can look like this. And that's why he tells everybody.
Yeah. I must add couple of things here. Yoga will give you that shine, bright, glow, grace on your face. But what you think, what you feed your mind is important. So always think positive. See good in everything. As saying goes, what you eat, you are. So food is important, mind is important, and at the same time, ensure that yoga is every day. And of course, thank your parents for good genes.
We definitely do. And so let me say that he's the youngest 60 plus year old,
Yeah, I'm senior citizen
so-called
now. Yeah.
senior citizen. So you can take inspiration from him. And let me continue in the same line of thought, because we just understood how we can do a T20 of yoga in our life. How we have IPL, and we don't want to watch a test match the whole day. With work, we don't get time. So we see the IPL that also in the fixed season on those few hours in the day. Similarly, yoga can be added in those few minutes in your day, and it can be done at work or at home, as he said. And along these lines, the shorter version of yoga that is there, um, how do people ensure that in their daily life they do this practice, but how do they ensure that their mind stays quiet? On the physical level, we have the asanas and the practices which keep you physically healthy. Like for posture, you do Tadasana, etc. But in the same scheme of things, in the shorter yoga, when one is stressed at office or something, how do they make themselves a little more calm and quiet and take the rational decision instead of emotional, maybe?
We all have noticed when you put thread as a needle, breathing stops. You click picture, breathing stops. Anything you concentrate, focus, breathing stops. You run, breathing is fast. You see something scary, something like serious, dangerous. You have some fear. Uh, you lift weight, breathing stops. So physical, mental, emotional, all these activities are either affected or done better because of your breath. So the minute you are able to breathe well, focus on your breath, you are able to control, manipulate, depending on the situation. At least be aware of your breath. The minute you focus on your breath, even for 2 minutes, your mind, emotions, body, all will calm down. So whenever stress, whenever any worry, hurry, problem, just calm down, For 2 minutes, close your eyes and focus on your breath inside of the nostrils. We call it a pranadharana. So, simplest way to calm down or relax. Many people say take a deep breath, which is also fine. But otherwise, I would say just concentrate on your breath, feel it for a minute. The cool air goes in inside of the nostrils and warm air comes out. Find out the nostrils activity, whether right is more active or the left is more active. So there are many ways. Either you can meditate on your breath, nostrils activity, cool air going in, warm coming out. In between, there is a pause, or you can take just few deep breathings, but that will again make you more hyper. So to calm, if you want to be more physically active and you are in the field doing something like a physical workout, uh, maybe our sports people, maybe our army, defense, navy people, they can do more deep breathing. So they are charged. Okay. But if you want to calm down, relax, and all that, then do pranadharana, where you silence your breath for 2 minutes. If nothing all this happens, then simplest thing, just close your fingers like this and feel the pulse here by closing your eyes. You will find the throbbing sensation, pulsation happening here. Close your eyes for a minute and focus over there. And you will feel throbbing, pulsation, sensation, energy. And while you do that, in that 1 minute, you are thoughtless. You have only thought of this, and mind calms down. So there are many ways, but everything goes down to breath. Ultimately, it's your breath which can make you more relaxed, more happy, more positive, more calm, cool, collected, composed, and chilled out.
I think that's what we all seek, especially in our generation. I mean, in my age group, everyone is, always saying that I'm overthinking. I'm overthinking all the time. But what we seek to be is chilled out and relaxed many times, which for some reason, there is a lack of. I don't know why. And there is a meme now that is going viral. It's called the chill guy meme, which I'll put the picture of here. And basically, I don't think you know about it. Chill guy is a guy who is approach to everything is chill, and not just guy, girl, anyone. In a way, I like it because I think we need to adopt more of that. And yoga can make you the most chilled out person ever. So it's something that we should take on. Now,
See, important thing here is take a pause. Whenever anything happens, take a pause, take a break, take a gap. So chilled out you can be only when you just stop for a moment, pause for a moment, just do nothing for a moment. Anything, situation, or whatever happens to you, just pause, stop, gap, do nothing for a moment. We always look for doing something, into always action, or we are either into past or the future. In present moment, just stop for a moment, gap for a moment, pause for a moment. And as you were saying about overthinking, 80% of the time we are blaming, complaining, brooding something about either past or the future. The minute we are in present, right now we are here talking to Anvay and looking at the camera, we have nothing else in the mind. There are no worries, no hurries, nothing. It's all here and now. The minute you focus on here and now, life is chilled out.
in his words, no worry, no hurry, only enjoy Indian curry.
That's Indian curry has all healthy spices. Just don't overdo it.
Yeah. So that is good advice. It's also fatherly advice because it's like a dad joke, but it's something that genuinely we should take on. Now, coming to my next question, because we discussed, I think we covered a lot to do with the mind and a lot to do with my age group. But now let's come to the general philosophy or practice of yoga for everybody. Um, Office going people, people who have not just pressure at work, but they have financial pressure, family load, and maybe health problems because of that. So, when a person who is just 30 or 40 is office going, is so busy in their routine that because of their lifestyle, they've got diabetes, they've got maybe hypertension, they're taking maybe sleeping pills, they are barely sleeping 4 or 5 hours. So, to such a person who is, of course, under pressure, but how do they stop themselves from getting through these health issues because they're going through these health problems at such a young age? So, what can yoga offer as a solution or a kind of ray of hope in these kind of difficult times that some people go through?
Uh, Simple answer is practice yoga every day. If in shortest way, practice yoga every day, it will take care of all the issues, your mind, body, breath, sleep, whatever you say. I have experienced myself, and I'm sure many are experiencing. The worldwide yoga is popular. Yoga is practiced by people in the. I think one of the biggest science of health and healing is done by everybody, practiced by everybody. This is in short. Okay, do yoga every day. But otherwise, I have defined or my own way of definition for your mind and activity is for mental health. The minute you focus on your mental health, you will be fine. Mental word has 6 alphabets. M is first, stands for mind your own business. If you want to have peace, health, happiness, mind your own business. Set your priorities, do what your priorities are, instead of focusing on others. Always we talk about other, we gossip. So focus on yourself, focus on your priorities, and in short, it's called mind your own business. Second is E. E is very important. E is emotional balance. I've already talked about it. Balance your emotions somehow. There are many ways you can do prayer, meditate, chanting, talking to your parents, loved ones, talking, communicating, sharing, loving, caring, just releasing, saying, hearing, all that. So emotional balance is very important. Again, yoga is very healthy here. After E, it comes N. N is for nutrition. What we eat, we are. So food is very important. Just we all know sattvic, mitahar. In short, vegetarian diet what suits you. After eating, you don't feel problems with the acidity, gases. Food doesn't make noises while eating, after some time, or next day morning as well. So eat food which is soothing to you, which is healthy to you. You all know I will not go into detail of nutrition, but have nutrition which is full of healthy feeling, positivity. And then comes
T.
T. T is again important. It's called time management. The minute you follow time management, body clock, all that will help you to overcome all the stress and all the problem. Sleep on time, get up on time, eat on time. Everything has appointment. Lunch appointment with the stomach. Same way, liver, kidney, heart, lungs, all that. So follow reasonable time management. The minute we have time management, all is fine. You can see most of the famous people, or the those who have achieved who's who, have some good time management. So ensure we have good timetable. That's why when president comes, all these top class meetings, national level meetings, big meetings have timetable. Everybody reaches on time. So ensure we have time of sleeping, eating, and all kinds of routine. Time management. After this T comes
A.
A. This is very important. Now, awareness of your body language to begin with. Smile, relax. I'm not holding on anything. Generally, right now, all of you see yourself, you must be holding something, pen, pencil, mobile, or like this, like this. So, the minute you are not holding on to anything physically, at least, you will be relaxed. So, whenever you are, aware of body language, ensure we are relaxed. Don't hold on to anything in your hands. Face, smile, sit upright, and ensure we are relaxed. So, physical posture should be relaxed, upright, and ensure that we are not keeping our even toes or back or neck or knees stressed. So, body awareness. But the more important point is awareness of your thoughts. विचारों का विचार करिए. What we think is important. So often when we are alone, you will find we are blaming, complaining, thinking of something past or the future. So be aware of your thoughts. What kind of thoughts you have. The minute you feed negative thoughts, worrisome thoughts, you will have those growing more in the body. What we think happens, what mind believes happens. Strongly believe in your mind something positive, something good will happen. I have seen in my life, whatever I have planned or thought, or whatever I have been working on happens, because there is a pure mind to it, genuine efforts to it. No other politics or games or ifs and buts. Just do it. The minute you just do it, it's fine. So awareness of your thoughts and the body. Then the last is L. Here we have two meaning about this. For peace of mind, let go. L should stand for let go. Someone didn't say good morning to you, someone didn't give like to your post, someone didn't reply to your comments or your query or whatever, just let go. You are free doesn't mean others are free. You are there doing something doesn't mean others are available. Respect everybody's time or responses. People have their own way to respond. So don't expect, the minute you expect, you have disappointment, frustration, disease, and so on. So ensure we don't expect anything. Do your best, forget the rest. So here L stands for let go. It can be anything, huh? Smallest and biggest. Just let go and move on. And the other let L meaning will be learner. The minute you are learner, you are happy. You have no stress. The minute you become teacher, you have stress. Are all the teachers from KG to primary, middle, and college, all of them go through really stressful life because teacher has to perform better and the best. So don't be teacher, be a learner, be a student, and I'm sure you'll be fine. So I have a quick recap. Mental health is important, and once your mental health is good, physical will be good, emotional will be good. So ensure you have good mental health. Your query was regarding how to manage stress.
Yes.
I think this will sum up.
Yes.
And if you still can't manage the stress, just remember we have come in this world without anything. We will go without anything. So everything is plus a bonus or excess to you actually. We came without any clothes. When we go, we will go without anything. Nothing, this watch, this nothing I'll carry, right? Nobody will carry. So when we know nothing goes with you, you came without anything. So why worry? Just
Have Indian culture.
yeah, just have fun. You know, everything is actually plenty.
Yeah.
What you have, you don't really enjoy. What you don't have, you look for that.
Yeah.
If you see at your home or wherever you are, we have so much. What you have, start enjoying that. Don't think what you don't have. It'll come to you anyway. And what is not meant for you, it won't come to you anyway. So just ensure that we enjoy what we have.
Yeah. That's, I mean, really, when you go to this deeper level, you realize that all the superficial, even physical problems are actually psychosomatic or mental issues. And if you solve what is bothering you truly from inside, like you said, I think all these external problems will also, on its own, go away. If you take care of your routine and if you take care of your mental health, you prioritize yourself, then
Yeah. Just give time, have
Yeah.
patience. The minute you give time, put in your best, have patience, and wait for natural decision or natural responses. So patience is very important.
So that's the healing power of yoga. And I'm so glad we went through this because I actually had this as my next question, but it got covered in this one whole amazing answer that you gave. I'm coming to my last few questions. My one of my questions that we actually even discussed yesterday, that is the do's and don'ts for a yoga practitioner. Once a person has taken to yoga, they have inculcated. So now we've gone past the stage of trying to inculcate. So we are coming to a person who is adopted it, but they don't know the do's and don'ts in their life. How can they become a better practitioner? So what are some do's and don'ts that yoga suggests, that you suggest, that one should practice as a yoga practitioner?
Yoga, I think, is the only science, only method, only way of doing something which is flexible. It's so flexible. It doesn't have very strong or hard or like a very rigid rules. It has fairly flexible rules. What it says, you can do yoga anytime. You can do yoga anywhere. Only couple of rules are like after meals you can't do, but yes, what you can do after meals: Vajrasan, Vamkukshi, and Shatpavali also. So after meals you can do Shatpavali, which is walking 100 steps or 10 minutes. Then do Vajrasana for 5 minutes. Then do Vamkukshi, which I already mentioned. So after meals you can do these three things. But generally, yoga is done on the light stomach or empty stomach. People say early morning is very good. Yes, but imagine if you don't sleep well, what will happen to you? To sleep well, have good natural sleep, then do yoga. Many people in my teaching have been saying, I want to do early morning, I'll come early morning, but they sleep late. So sleep, whatever time you sleep, sleep well, then practice yoga. Half an hour gap is required minimum. After yoga, you can, gap, keep some gap, then eat and all that. Yoga can be done in the night, morning, evening, no limit, no problem. It's one of the most flexible science. You can do all kinds of asanas, pranayam, kriya, dhyan practices. But generally, we advise that you learn from the expert, consult your doctor if you have any health issues. Otherwise, practice with any expert teacher. One more thing I want to really highlight here, yoga is something which is nothing but being with your body and breath, being with your thoughts, mind, and emotions. So, when you practice yoga, do it mindfully. How the body is, how the breath is, how you feel inside, outside. The minute you do yoga with the awareness and concentration, the whole posture itself is like a meditation. So, please, whenever you practice yoga, ideally close your eyes. In standing asanas, eyes can be open. Close your eyes and be aware of inner happenings, how your breath is, body is, and how you progress and how you feel. So there are not many strict rules about it, but yes, practice yoga every day.
So those are, I think, very good do's and don'ts for people to practice. One more, if you can give advice, maybe this can be like a T20 advice on Dincharya, Ritucharya. And the reason I said T20 is we'll also make a reel out of this. So if you can sum up from morning to night, what should one's routine be? Dincharya wise, Ritucharya wise. Sorry,
Okay.
Ratricharya wise.
Okay. So in short, what one should do, what kind of healthy routine should be. First thing is sleep well. Manage 7 hours. If you can really, ideally 8, but I think we have a lot of work to do, lot of priorities, and so 7 hours I would say is good. Please sleep 7 hours minimum. 6 is compromise. 6.5 is okay. 7.5 is very good. 8 is excellent. Okay, so understand that sleep, when you sleep, it does all the healing, repair, rejuvenation, and refreshing yourself. So sleep, don't compromise. Sleep, sleep, sleep. 7 hours. Okay. Then whenever you get up, say early morning, by sunrise you must get up. Okay. So when you get up in the morning, first thing is obviously morning routine, which we have, brush your teeth, go to loo, and all that. And then if you can do some bit of walk for 15-20 minutes, so body gets a little warmed up and more good circulation. If you can't do walk, then we have a lot of loosening practices, a lot of sandhi chalan, joint movement and workout to the body. So ensure we do some loosening practices, sandhi chalan, and then start doing some asanas, some pranayam. Always whenever you practice yoga, ensure we do balance workout. Means every part of the body is covered, every part of the inner organs are covered. Maybe 10 minutes, maybe 20 minutes, but balance program will help you. So ensure we practice yoga, which is balanced yoga in the morning, minimum 20 minutes. Good is half an hour. 1 hour is best if you can afford to do it. And then begin with very natural, healthy breakfast. It should be ideally some fruits, sprouts maybe, but sprouts in the morning, some people don't like it. So fruits, juices, or otherwise simple kada, homemade tea. It should have bit of green turmeric, ginger, uh, what do you call that stick thing, cinnamon, tulsi, pudina, and kali miri, black pepper, and elaichi, which is eating small elaichi. These things can be boiled for good time and have that. This is a natural, detoxing, improving your immunity, and one of the best way to have that. Don't have Indian tea or those tea which are processed and preserved and kept. Something natural is better. And then fruits. The best fruit for me is banana, guagua, or anything you can afford to papaya. All the melons are very good, or anything which you have, which is available in your area, which you can afford, which you like. There is no real, that you have to have only this. Any fruit, anything which is given by the nature, is best for you. And then after having some light breakfast, you can have lunch by midday around 12 or 1. Lunch again should be healthy. If you're having roti, chapati, it should be multigrain or mixed atta. Rice, if you have, then brown rice. One, you know, vegetable. One can be some gravy vegetable. One can be salad portion, at least one fourth, 25% should be salad. And then water you can drink less while eating meals, but you can drink water all day a lot. So with meals maybe less, but daytime, lot of water. Evening, one should avoid anything. Maybe if you're hungry, a fruit is very good. And then dinner should be light by sunset, by 7 p.m. Something similar which suits your body, but light dinner is better. We all know actually all this, so I won't go into details. But balanced dinner, light dinner is better, and keep at least 3 to 4 hours gap in your dinner and sleep. Okay, and finally, whoever says whatever people say, listen to your body. Body will tell you. You will always come to know what body says. Listen to your body and follow that. Because in my experience of teaching 43 years, many times senior to me, like 80 years, 90 years, 70 years old people come to me and say, what should we eat? I said, you have more experience, more knowledge. The body knows more than anything else. Listen to your body and follow that. All right.
Yeah, I think best advice at the end, after everything, listen to your body. And we also try to do that. You mentioned seniors, so I want to come to my second last question. It is yoga for all age groups. We discussed this yesterday. So, of course, yoga, as they say, is for everybody. I'll let you explain that. But how does yoga help children? How does yoga help people of our age group? How does yoga help adults? And finally, how does yoga help seniors? If you can say little about each person, each type of person.
Uh, Yoga is for everybody, whether you are a child or teenage or grown up person or senior person. The only thing is it varies what kind of yoga who should do. I think when you are a children age group like maybe 5 onward, you can have yoga as a play, as a fun. All kinds of stretchings are very important to get good height, ensure the every joint and organ get good stretching, so there is a space for them to work, not hunching all the time like this. So ensure that a lot of stretching in the morning and the teenage, and a lot of breath workout, so you get more oxygen in the body. For teenagers, stretchings, bendings, twisting, and breath workout. For grown-up people, balanced yoga program is very important. That every organ is taken care, every joint is taken care, and more of a peace of mind where you do meditation and pranayama more. For seniors, I would say more of a therapeutic yoga, more gentle, more light, more easy, focusing more on every joint, every organ, and breath workout, again meditation and pranayama. And all of you at all these ages, don't compromise on shavasana. I have seen in my teaching people compromise shavasana a lot. This is the key point. Whether you do yoga for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, shavasana is must. You know why? When you finish your yoga practices, asana, pranayam, dhyan, whatever you do, various organs, tissue, joint, and cells get different energy level. Somewhere it's more, somewhere it's less. But when you do shavasana, every part of the body, every tissue and cell will get even out purified energy, balanced energy, and you get relaxed, refreshed, and you become better. So shavasana is must in the end, at least 5 minutes. If you have time, if you can afford 10 minutes, but don't compromise shavasana ever.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's extremely true, applicable to all. And coming to my final question, although I think there's so many more. I mean, in my mind, I honestly have so many. And but since this is just one of many interviews, episodes, videos that we'll be doing, I'll keep this as the final one. Often people who are yoga teachers themselves, because we've gone through the journey of people who should take to yoga and people who practice, and now people who themselves teach. Yoga teachers often struggle with yoga as their profession because they our teachers, they do it from a seva bhav. They practice, they teach, they help people, they do what they can. But from a professional point of view, sometimes they either struggle with keeping it going as a profession because of financial difficulty, or they are not able to practice as much as they like, or they have a problem with payments, because often people don't look at yoga as a uh, not business may not be the right word, but it is not looked at the same as it is for other professions. So people don't pay on time, or they pay less, or they don't pay at all sometimes. So how does a yoga teacher manage themselves from a professional point of view, from their own practice, their own health, and their own finances, self care? How does one, as a yoga teacher, do that?
Yeah, this is very unfortunate that yoga teachers don't get paid well. People don't really pay them enough, or they ignore, or they avoid, or somehow the mindset has been that yoga is more of a charitable activity, more of a seva activity, but no more now. Now yoga is totally professional, totally even commercial. Why not? Because every other area can be commercial or professional. Why not yoga? Government of India has come out with various schemes, various courses, various planning. So when it is at that high level, we have a Ministry of Ayush, we have Yoga Day event celebration for last 10 years. So when we have yoga at such a high level now, fully commercial, fully professional, why not yoga teacher should be paid properly? It's the mindset. I think everybody should look into this, that yoga teacher also has to run the family. They have also house to run, right?
Yeah.
And they devote their time. It's like a practicing, learning, reading. So much time they give for being good teacher. So I think everybody should pay them well. It's a good profession. Everybody should look for this profession. But I still suggest uh, we can have two profession ideally. Yoga should be part time, and something else should be there, which is it can be any other job or business. I generally suggest yoga should be part time for every yoga professional, because it's 24 hours we have. Suppose 10 hours, 12 hours go in your own daily private personal routine, but still we have 12 hours. In 12 hours, how much you can teach? You need something else as well going. So, first suggestion is yoga can be part time profession, maybe full time, but still add something to it so that you have a something else going, some more variety, some more changes for yourself. Otherwise, full time also one can do. Uh, but whoever is listening to this, ensure yoga teachers are respected, given genuine dues, and paid well. Maybe government of India can come up with the minimum wages, minimum professional fee rather, and so something can be done with that. And yoga teachers should carry on this perfect line, extremely good. Only thing is, they should practice every day. Don't teach without practicing. Unless you experience, you will not know what to teach, what to say. So do yoga every day.
That's my daily reminder at home also, that if you practice, only then you can be a better teacher. So with that, I think we've reached the conclusion of today's conversation, and I'm so glad and grateful you gave time and that we could sit down and talk like this. Often father and son don't open up like this to each other, but maybe the camera is here and it is an occasion, it is such a good time also. I'm so glad that now we get to stay all together again, because um, we were all staying in different places for some time, but now we are in one house all together. We're also working towards a common goal, building Yogic Gurukul together. So, yeah, there's a lot to say, but I'm extremely thankful. And as you said, I'm a good son, but I think you are a better father. That's why we are like this. And we are also lucky to have you, Daddy. And happy birthday in advance again. I hope to make you proud.
You deserve to be hugged properly.
Thank
You
you.
are such a good son. I must say before we end here that there are many things which he has made us proud. But two things I must say here. Till ninth class, we didn't really bother. He was happy-go-lucky. He was scoring around 60%. But then in India, 10th board exam is something one has to really look into because you have to get high grades, higher percentage. So we gave him motivation, full support, and full planning, and made him comfortable and motivated him to score good. And mind you, the person means Anway scoring 60 average in that one academic year of 10th, he crossed 90 plus percentage. So this is what he achieved. It was that means it's possible for you also. Whoever is listening to this, it's possible for you to achieve good scores, good marks. Second thing, uh, lately, last few years, there is a possibility of doing double degree together. Earlier, it wasn't possible. So when we heard about it, we literally convinced him, told him, advised him, gave him that kind of motivation and support that why do 2 years degree in 1 degree in 2 years? Might as well do 2 degree in 2 years. And he understood, he filled up those two forms and he managed to finish double master's degree in that time of 1 degree. So I'm again proud of you. Fantastic achievement, and these are
Thank
not
you.
easy. Okay, these are very very rare and extraordinary. In those 2 years, he wasn't just doing those 2 degrees. He was helping me, working his own plans, own priorities. So great achievement and heads off to you, sir.
I was doing a podcast and teaching also. A lot of all this multitasking energy, you think you can't do it. But if you have someone pushing you behind you, for me, it's my father. Then I can do it all.
Last, what I have been telling him, follow triple D, which I tell everybody:
Yeah.
discipline, determination, and devotion. That's the key.
Yeah, triple D, and then the fourth D follows, which is
This is about US. I was telling in USA that we should follow triple D for good health, good business, profession, relationship, and all that. So people, my students in US told me, "No, sir, there are 4 Ds." I said, "Okay, I want to learn as I be learner." They said, "Sir, without dollar, how can you have anything in life?" I said, "Yes. If you follow triple D, discipline, determination, devotion, you will have the fourth D, dollar, money." So whether you call it this way or that way, dollar or money will come to you, good health will come to you, business, relationship, whatever you do will come to you in a nice way, provided you follow discipline, determination, and devotion. Dollar, all the money will follow you.
So on that note, follow triple D, and once again, thank you. And I'm so glad that we could do this. I hope all of you enjoyed this conversation, unfiltered between father and son, of course. And there's many more videos that we are going to make, many more conversations like this that we'll have. Next time we'll have also our whole family maybe. And you've seen Anvita on this channel, of course, right from the beginning. But you'll see more of all of us now as well. So thank you once again, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye and namaste.
Like our YouTube channel, Yogic Gurukul, visit our website, do yoga every day, and smile every time.
Limitless smile. Thank you very much.